My idea of balance and mindful living is exactly that. It's striking a balance in what you do. So having the opportunity to be really intense and on it when you need to be in moments, but at the same time, having the presence of mind to be able to switch off as well.
Yeah, I think ultimately balancing nutrition is obviously really important. Try and stay on top of it as much as possible. I think the more prep you can get in, the better off you are.
So I balance my nutrition probably through a combination of very good habits. I've been in the squad for 11 plus years, so it comes a bit naturally to me. But yeah, a lot of preparation away from here, but good habits.
Definitely in recent years, alcohol-free options have been like a really important thing for me. I think you still want to be able to go out with friends to things like birthdays and not feel that you don't feel the pressure as much of trying to be one of them and enjoying a few drinks.
I think non-alcoholic options are huge to what we do. We train an awful lot, so having the opportunity to still be involved in social settings where other people may be having alcoholic beverages, and we have a non-alcoholic option such as Eisberg wine, it's huge to give us a chance just to switch off but still be involved in the social setting and still get the enjoyment out of it as well.
To try and decompress, ultimately try and get away from hockey, switch off a bit, a few different ways. I think I'm a bit of a foodie, so making some nice food or try and get to the spa, get in the sauna kind of thing. It gives you that feeling that when you do come to hockey, you can be pretty switched on.
After a tough match, it's always difficult to get to a headspace where you can relax. I think a lot of it is just trying to find distractions in other ways as well. I think you can wrap yourself up in thinking about the game and things like that and going into every last bit of detail, but I think for me personally I found a lot of benefit in just being able to switch off altogether from it and just concentrate on different things.
Probably being a goalkeeper, the mental recovery and the mental side is something that I kind of focus on, especially after a tough game. So yeah, making sure I'm spending time with the right people that give me energy and having just a complete different focus and perspective after games and training. And then something else I do is I review games quite quickly straight after. So yeah, whether that's a quick review of my clips from that game, write them down, park it, and then you can kind of move on.
My lifestyle's changed quite a bit. I think when you're a bit younger, you can get away with maybe going out a bit more, enjoying yourself at the weekend a touch more. But as you sort of get to the later end of your career, it's you don't get away with it as much. Yeah, I think more nights in, just generally a bit more of a chilled out lifestyle, I'd probably guess. Generally, I try and get in the ice bath as much as possible. I know a lot of the lads really don't like it, but yeah, I try and get in there for as long as possible.
Yeah, my lifestyle definitely has changed. I joined the squad when I was about 22, and my role back then was very much a reserve role, just being a goalkeeper. Only 2 keepers actually go to a tournament. And then over the last 3 or 4 years, that role's shifted, and I've definitely tightened things up from a performance aspect. Probably more focus on nutrition and psych and the mental recovery are probably the 3 things that I've changed.
I think managing pressure and staying mentally strong can be, it's a real personal thing for a lot of people. It can be very, very difficult, and like with anything in sport, you go through peaks and troughs, and it has its moments where you feel on top of the world, and on the flip side, it has its moments where you don't as well. So it's really important to just stay as present as you can in what you're doing and just focus on the small things, and you'll find that from that perspective, it makes everything far smoother.
So I handle pressure, probably in various different ways. And actually, I think having a balanced lifestyle and having actually a different identity, not necessarily just a hockey and athletic identity, and having something outside of hockey and our sport is super important, and it's something that I've kind of done right from the start 11 years ago, so that's super important. And yeah, just doing the right things at the right time. So when you're away from hockey and Bisham and training, it's doing the right things for myself, and probably over time I've learnt what those are, because actually when you're 21 you've got no idea. I live by this quote, an F1 race is run behind the scenes and in pre-season, and actually yeah, it's the same for us here as well.
Pressure's a difficult one. Try not to think about it as much as possible. Ultimately, every time we step out on the field, it is just another game. Try and remind myself that I play the game because I enjoy it, not because I need to be stood out there with the weight of the world on my shoulders. So yeah, try and stay relaxed, enjoy it as much as possible, smile. That's what my mum would say. But yeah, that's probably my biggest thing with pressure.
If I could pair Eisberg wine with a perfect off-duty moment, it would probably be a Friday night at home with my wife and the dog. Big steak lover, so a nice big ribeye, and then a nice glass of Eisberg wine alongside it would be perfect.
I would pair Eisberg with probably a barbecue with friends, just in the sun, whether in a park or down by the river.
Watching Arsenal with a nice glass of Eisberg on the TV, maybe even with a bit of a takeaway. Sounds like a good night to me.